start streaming. It's just sending data. Come on. I don't want to have to end Twitch stream just to. Okay, there we go. Just streaming. So let me. Yep, cool. We did it. All right. Close it. I want to edit the current YouTube live stream now to update all the details on it because a restream doesn't like to do that for me. Like putting in the game. Cool. And then actually let me do that and then this and that. Minecraft spigot and plugin loading. Okay, and title language. There we go. Cool. Customization. Hate that I have to enable subscriber only chat every time. Save. There we go. Alright, that is good to go. Everything should be good to go. Okay, cool. Alright. Now let me get everything opened up. IntelliJ is open. Yep. Okay. Alright, cool. Open up Minecraft. Alright, let me put on some music. Gotta put this in the description of my YouTube stream. I had to edit it again. Annoying. That's fine. Edit. Background music. Oh, there we go. Save. Turn it up just a bit. Alright. Pull up my repository. Let's pull up folders. Open in Explorer. Libs, there we go. Desktop. Servers, cool. Plugins. Astra. Cool. We are done. Now to spread the word about the stream around. Because, of course, I like to do that. Whoops, started the YouTube stream on the BR back screen. That's fine. We'll just go to starting soon. Loading streams. Working on Astra. Man, it would be so cool if I had a Nintendo Switch. Maybe that could be like a goal we work towards with our Ko-Fi and Patreon. Saving up for like a Switch 2. It was I heard a rumor that it's supposed to be $450, but then there was another rumor that I just saw today where it was like Costco accidentally leaked the price for it, and it was like 499 CAD, which if I convert that to USD is only $348, so like $350. So it's $100 less than the rumors that I initially heard. But again, Costco leak is more credible than the first rumor, but still, it's who knows. Obviously Nintendo's not happy about all the leaks that are happening. Everybody knew everything about the Nintendo Switch 2 and how it looked before they even revealed it. So, which I get why they'd be mad about that. It's really, I mean, I find that annoying personally. I don't like leaks that much, but just because it's like, everyone's, you work so hard on something and then everyone just leaks it. They already know about it. Plus you have all your employees under like DMCA or whatever. I don't know how their law systems work over there. And I am really using these self-promo channels like crazy. Okay. Oh, and one last server since it's a coding stream. I'm working on my plugin Astra. Okay, cool. Alright. Cool. Everything is good to go. Close out Discord. Cool. Alright. So let's just go ahead and get into it, right? So here's the deal. We still have the problem of when you switch a world, we have to send the fake blocks so that their mine is there. When they switch worlds to their mine, so like when they teleport to their mine, and they're in a different world, then we have to send the fake blocks. But the problem is the fake blocks don't actually they don't render for the player because they just switched worlds, and it sends it before they switch worlds and before the chunks load for them. So we have to intercept the chunk loading packet and inject the fake blocks into that somehow. That's the new solution. Last time we streamed, I was thinking of the solution of just sending a fake loading screen while we load their mine. But I think that the the listener of just making a injecting the blocks into their packet or chunk loading, whatever, chunk loading packet is a much better solution. Abstract packet implements, implement the methods. So this one is supposed to search for like a chunk, so client bound level chunk with light packet. So say if packet instance of client bound level chunk with light packet, level chunk with light packet. Really long name, but it's fine. We just say return false. False should mean that it doesn't cancel the packet from being sent. Oh, true to send the packet, so we should just say true. Okay. So that did true by default. I don't know why it returns false by default when you implement the method. Also, I hope my audio sounds a little better than the previous streams. Because I did mess around with it a little bit, but it's just I don't know, I can't wrap my head around like audio stuff yet. But yeah, should be fine. Okay, so we have our level get chunk data. Alright, so that's good. So yeah, this is the packet that we also need to manipulate. So it just comes inside the level with light packet. We have the client bound level chunk packet data. Chunk data. So that's our chunk data. And the chunk data has a friendly byte buff as a read buffer. And other packets, I guess. But what we need to do is figure out what I'm supposed to do with this stuff to actually inject my fake blocks into it. Because obviously we can get their fake blocks with our fake block handler. We just need to simply figure that out, right? Dr. Div was helping me out on Discord earlier, trying to help me explain things, but I'll have to see what he just sent me because he sent me another message I haven't checked out yet. Nice. Alright, so Dr. Div, by the way, has been a real big help with the development of this plugin. Even though you've seen me streaming all the plugins so far, he did help with the plugin on the other branches. And a lot with the fake block stuff, he's been a big help with. So, you know, huge props to Dr. Div. He's also making his own prison core, I think. He just said the name of it to me, but I'm not going to reveal that. Unless he wants that revealed. But yeah, not my place to say. Yeah, he said it's important to pre-generate the cuboids on player join and don't let the player direct join to mine. Check out the video he sent me. Right. Right, so he sent a video of him joining the server with the region of fake blocks above him. It just was like already there. Very interesting. And then he relogs, and then I assume that they're there again. Yeah. Although they're spawning in a different spot. So I guess it's based on where he is. Interesting. Okay. Alright, alright. Let's check the haste pin he sent me. Right, so he used a player join event, so like not even a packet listener. And they used some reflection, it looks like. See, I don't want to worry about this stuff. So obviously, I don't know. I have to figure out. don't know, to be honest. I do know, however, that I definitely need to do this. I just don't know how to do it necessarily, which is annoying. Just why this core is taking so long, because it uses NMS. Chunk data dot. We can write the buffer. Well, we have the buffer here. Let's see what else is in the level chunk with light packet. There's extra packets. So there's get X and get Z for the chunk coordinate, I assume. And then there's light data, which we don't exactly need. So X, get Z. So I need this. Friendly byte buff. Buffer dot. So we have like write int, write byte. We have let's see, write. UID of varint. Problem is, I'm not sure exactly how to just inject the blocks that I have into this chunk data packet or whatever. That's what I'm not sure about. Like, this buffer here does not really do much to help me out, because like, what is the buffer for? It'd be so nice if Minecraft wasn't so obfuscated in their code. Like, they're doing all this stuff in the newer updates to add a bunch of new features so that you can like make data packs and all that stuff, but they have their code still obfuscated for their server at least, so it just makes it harder for developers. Counterintuitive, but whatever. Gosh, what can we do? I have an example of it, but it's like using protocol lib, and they have all this protocol lib code that doesn't make sense to me. And also, we're not using protocol lib, so okay, shush. Annoying. Gosh, okay, what are we supposed to do here? Is there like a way to get the block stuffs? Because if I say new line bound level chunk packet data, it takes in the chunk packet info with block states. The chunk packet info, right? And does a block state, does it have the location of the block? There's a map codec of block states. I feel like a block state would have the location of it, right? It has a material. That's the block itself, which would have the location. That makes sense. Let's check. Right, block. Right, it should have the location. There's a logger. There's okay, well, these are all static and up here as well, so that's not gonna matter with the block. I was there no like position in here. I guess it's stored in something else, because normally you have like a world.getBlock at, and then you get the coordinates from that, and then you put the coordinates in there. Well, that makes sense. But then, like, what about I don't know. I have no idea. What about data get? There's height maps. I don't think I need height maps. Oh man, okay. Man, all I know is that I need to. Okay, let me ask the paper Discord on my phone here. Hopefully someone will help me out there. So I'm listening for the client. What is it? Client bound level chunk with light packet. I need to change some blocks in it, assumingly if they're at a specific position. How can I do that? The with light packet has a get X and get Z, assumingly for the chunks position or coordinates, and a method to get the client bound level chunk packet data packet associated with it, but that only has a friendly byte buff, and it doesn't really help explain what it's used for. Alright, I'm just gonna send it, whatever. Hopefully someone will help or understand it better than I can. Let me lower the volume of this music just a little bit. Alright, maybe I can ask Dr. Div as well. Teds. He's on Minecraft right now. I just asked this in the Discord as well. Okay. Anybody know? Someone just forwarded their own message or something? Yeah. I just replied to it, pal. Didn't need to resend it, basically. I don't think there's anyone who is like actually giving help right now. I think there's just people asking questions, which is annoying, but whatever. Don't think many people know how to do this. Of course not, because it's packets. Okay. Alright, well, let's just say... I don't think so. I've never spoken about DeepSeek. But welcome in, Tim G. The with light packet has the chunk position and a getter for that level chunk data packet. Like I missed Tim G by a little bit. Don't think he's still watching. I think by now, even though there's only been like 5 messages since I asked my question, people aren't going to look at it. It's too far up in the chat. Maybe Emily will look at it. Nope. I don't know. Who knows? Man, I wish it wasn't so complicated just to work with packets. It's the only reason I never took on like a prison core like this before. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna reply. Oh shit, man. So I'm thinking we'd move on to work on something else and worry about this later. I don't know. I guess I'll keep looking into it. On my own time, which is annoying because I really want to get it done. Not have to worry about it, but don't look at that. There we go. Okay. I don't know. We'll come back to it, I guess. So it means what's next, right? Well, that would be working more on the whatchamacallit? That would be working more on the menu for the mines, because we can create a menu now from the mines and it shows up in the menu. I don't know if I show you guys that, but it shows up in the menu now. If I was to open this or run it, right? Okay. Mine admin. Yep, see, shows up right here. Test mine. Left click to edit. There's nothing yet. Mine test. There we go. Once again, teleporting works to it. Or teleporting to it works. As long as you're in the same world. That's what we have to fix with the chunk loading packet listener. But obviously we don't know how, because you know, it's hard to even look for information regarding packets online, because there's like just no resources about it at like anywhere. It always changes with each version, so older posts aren't gonna help either. God, this sucks. Okay. Let's say our menus. Common module, we need to go back to our mines. We need to welcome in now, Aaron. We need to make another menu except for the a non-paginated menu to edit our mine. We should put in here. Yeah. Let's see. What do we want to call it? I'm in mine edit panel. Sure. So this menu has to be different as well, right? Title, mine, editing mine. Okay. Question, did we have this set up enough to make this? Yeah, Kotlin isn't too bad if you already know Java. It's just a different syntax, mainly, and it has some other features as well. I think we could just say Evan mine title edit mine. Evan mine edit panel. Menu. Cool. Alright, and then this can be like that, and then this could say ID static public static final not null string ID. Actually can't do ID like a static ID because it actually does need to pass it in. What do I want to pass in? I guess just the ID, and then we'd say new YAML config. Well, we don't have actually. Oh yeah, we could just pass in YAML config. Whatever. Alright, so this is our mine menu. We're going to have this. We're going to use this file for it, for every mine menu that we have. I'm going to say okay. The more I work on menus for this, the more I realize how limited our menu system really is. Because yeah, obviously Astra menu is like a template class, or this is okay. Problem is we made this class to be a class that just has like just handles everything automatically, and especially for a menu with a config file. But what we actually need is like a menu class that doesn't do that. That allows us to change everything in it. Hmm. understand. All right. So we're like a menu builder class, pretty much. All right. Let's say private final string ID. Let's just start with what we actually know that we need, like a string title, private int size. We say public void set size, and then obviously size. So this dot size equals math dot. Well, let's first say size equals, or if size %9 not equals 0, size minus equals size %9, right? And then this dot size equals math dot max 9 size. So it'll get 9 if size is less than 9, or it'll get size if 9 is less than size. And then obviously we'll wrap this in a minimum value of 0, or a 54. That means it'll get whatever this is, it'll return 54 if it's more than, if this is more than 54, or it'll return 54 if 54 is or it'll return this if it's less than 54. 54 if it returns more than 54, and then this if it's less than 54. So essentially we're saying that it can't be less than 0, and or it can't be less than 9, and it can't be greater than 54. This can't be final. Not null string title. Public menu builder. And we'll say this should actually be menu builder. Turn this Astra menu builder. Turn this. Cool. So this one is saying if it's not a factor of or a multiple of 9, it'll set it to that. So like if there is a so it's saying size divided by 9, and it returns the remainder of that. So if the remainder of size divided by 9 is not 0, meaning that it's not a multiple of 9, then we say size is equal to size minus the remainder of divided by 9, of size divided by 9. Right? And this ensures we're never going out of bounds of the menu size. Set title, set size, and we can say public get size, return size. For the default constructor, we say title equals Astra menu, and then size equals 54. Alright, and then we can say public not null Astra Astra menu string gets title, turn title. Cool. Yep. Alright, so that's cool. And then we have we can have our custom items in there as well to add to and whatnot. Items, new hash map. Right. Okay, so now we can go down here and say public Astra menu builder get or add items menu item. We can actually say list menu item. Items, but all menu items ID. Menu item has the ID, but it doesn't have a way to. Oh, it does have a way to get the ID. Oh, you know why? Because yeah, menu items for each item, item split, item get ID, item. There we go. Return this. And we could say remove items, and this could be a list of many items or strings. Remove item get ID. It's just you can pass in the item, right? Say item. What does this do? Value expected to be okay. Use the entry for the specified key only if it is currently mapped to the specified value. That's interesting. But no, we'll just say that because we could say public no Astra menu builder remove items list string menu item IDs. Right, it's broken because it has another list parameter already. So what if I say T, and I don't think I don't think you can use string hierarchies on non-static methods. Be cool if I had a class that was just called string list and it stored a list of the string of a list of strings and then use it there instead, but unfortunately it's just not how. I mean, I could do that, but I don't want to have to do that. So remove items by ID. We'll just do that. Menu items or items remove or menu item IDs for each menu items or items. Sorry, remove ID, and we can simply say that there, and then return this, and then this can say return remove items by ID menu items map menu item menu item get ID dot to list, and this can be simplified. There we go. Okay. So this is converting this menu items list to a string list of the item IDs inside the list. Okay. So add items, remove items ID, remove items. Okay. Cool. Public not no list menu item or map string. Well, I guess we could just say list menu item, get menu items, new array list items dot values, because all the menu items in this list already have a getter for their IDs. Cool. All right, and then we could say we could turn the pagination part into a paginated Astra menu builder, or Astra paginated menu builder. This can extend Astra menu builder, which obviously needs to be not final then. Okay. This one could be final. Okay. So we need, this one obviously doesn't have a constructor with parameters, so we could say public Astra menu, Astra paginated menu builder. We just say super on that just to make sure. Okay, and then we can say we need the, what do we need in here? Need the paginated title or paged title. Need the list of paginated objects. Need the template item key. Oh gosh, okay. This one is quite a bit more, you know, we need the paginated slots, which is a list. No, is a final. Void add paginated slots. Or you could say set paginated slots. Set integer. Alright, I'll just do a list integer slots. Paginated slots dot clear. Paginated slots. Add all slots. Here we go. I'd say like that. Those are paginated slots. We need. We wouldn't need the config since we are not messing with that. We need the template item key. I suppose we need the map of paginated items, or no, we need the paginated objects here. Hmm. Hmm. Um. Man, I don't know. Menus are annoying. Title, size, items. Yep. Yep. The items have the click requirements and click actions already in them. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, right? We could always have an Astra menu that isn't registered in the menu manager. But then again, the contents or items here could be not contents that are in the file that people can add to, like they just add in general. They could be like just whatever you add manually. Um, hmm. Hmm. Okay. All right. I don't know. Why don't we work on something else? Why don't I come back to this when my mind is not so tired, and I can actually think of where I want to go with that. Why don't I work on, say, the auto sell feature? I'm thinking we do that. Just because I want to actually do something with that, right? So there's sell price command, set or check the sell price of a block. We have set and check, and it has its own permission already. We have the set, and we have this, yeah, set set price block, and then check block. And we have the lookout manager already handling the messages for us, so that's good. Oh yeah, and then the set subcommand has the sell price set permission, and the check has a check permission. Cool. Do I have the... No, I don't have the autosell module enabled right now. Auto sell is right here. We have resources, sell prices.json. Cool, that's where we're setting all of our sell prices. So again, I'm not sure if we want just global sell prices or sell prices per mine. But I don't know. Sell price manager, we have this being storing the prices and already loading them and selling them. I'm pretty sure that we had like our path or something, no? Modules was no, we'll just say that, whatever. Okay. We already have all this stuff being loaded, pretty sure. We have a set price, we have a get price and a remove price. And when it is undisabled, it clear that and then material is that material name price, right? And it'll truncate the file because all of them are being loaded in here when it starts anyways. However, and on reload, can clear that. So basically when you reload, you're loading them from the file to the server without saving the changes you made in game. So I don't know, maybe we don't have it on reload for this. Right, just change them in game. Yeah, I think we'll just do that. Okay. So we have a way to get sell price and stuff, and then here's an auto sell thing here. Let's make an auto sell command. Abbreviator command. Enable toggle auto sell. Aliases can be, I don't know. I don't think we need any aliases. And when you toggle auto sell, we would probably want to save it to like a database, which we don't have any databases set up right now, which is annoying. Maybe we need to handle that as well. But man, I don't know about that. Okay, commands, literal name, node, executes. I don't ever remember if I returned 0 or 1 for these commands. This one returns 0, so we'll do that. Okay. Auto sell manager. I did say this is auto sell, which I don't know why we need that class yet. Private final map UID boolean, or you know what, we could say list UID. Has auto sell enabled. We'll just call this auto sell enabled. Player, right? And then we'll say UID, add UID, and we can actually say set, because you don't want them to be in there more than once. We'd say enable auto sell player, get unique ID. Would disable auto sell UID. So enable remove UID. Would disable auto sell player with unique ID. Public when has auto sell enabled. UID return contains UID player public void toggle auto sell UID So we'll say boolean as enabled. If as enabled and disable, return false, return true, and then we'll say enable auto sell. Boolean auto sell. Player, return toggle auto sell player unique ID. Okay, so this will say toggle auto sell and for the player UID players UID constant link UID of the player turn true if auto was enabled, false if it was disabled. It's like that. There you go. Looks a bit better like that. And copy this there. Player. Okay. Has auto sell enabled? Yeah. Okay. So there's auto sell stuff. We can say private static. Make this private. Instance null return. Instance new also manager return all this. Return instance. There you go. It's a singleton now. We can make this final. I don't think we need the auto sell class right here. But we would indeed like the database stuff. So we could say database in our API we can make a database API thing, right? Database API should be an interface. Okay, we could say perhaps we can go up here. We could say let's actually put this stuff in here. No. I don't want to rename it, I want to move it. Okay, come on. Move. Okay, just add normal F6. New directory. Menus slash. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Do anything? Never mind. And so let's just move this stuff. to there, and then delete that. Database, and then we'll have in here you'd say you should be like that. Knowable. Okay. Get Astra Prism's instance of the Astra database API. Or no, if Astra Prism not loaded yet. Okay, there we go. That means in here we need to implement that method. And then we can return null for now. So what do we want in the database API? We want to say like, I think what we want is like maybe like an Astra player interface. Astra player, okay. So we can say nullable Astra player get player data. So here we can say nullable boolean, not null boolean as auto cell enabled. Right. We can say that, for instance. And obviously down here we need Astra database implementation. And then obviously Astra player implement is final. Make this final. Yep. Astra player. Okay, the only problem is you can't access the cell module from the common module. But we can access Astra player from the cell manager. So maybe we have a boolean that we just set it to here instead. So instead of this, we get the Astra player from the database and then check there. Private boolean has auto cell enabled. We also need to implement Astra player turn as auto cell enabled, and then obviously public void set auto cell enabled. We start as enabled. We say public public Astra player no UID UID equals UID, or perhaps we should say private, and then we can say public static Astra player from player or say of, right? And we can also say of UID, and say return of player unique ID. Okay, and then in here we'll get our database manager, or we'll get the database manager, because that'll have all of our cached player data. And if they're not in the cached data, then we'll just return a new one with all the properties from the database. Or actually, maybe we'll just return null if they're not in the cache data, because I don't want to have to load everything from the database if it's not, in the cache or whatever. Or maybe we should say nullable boolean, so that way, if this boolean is null, then we'll know that we had to get it from the database instead of, or maybe we just have like an is online or something. We'll just have a method to get things from the database, I guess. This UID. Maybe we rename this up here to just Astra database. There we go. So obviously there's get player data. We need the private final map UID Astra player. Player data public Astra database player a new mesh map. Okay. That means any data we're storing on the player already has to be transferred to the player Astra player class here, including like clipboard, which is not hard to do because we're not actually storing that much stuff based on the player data right now. So it's a good thing we're doing this earlier than before, right? So return player data getter default, need the UID to be passed in, UID null. Okay. And then this has to go here. Not null UID. And also say from player, we just make this nullable, say default during get player data, player get unique ID. Cool. That way we don't have to override this method as well. We just only have to override this one in here. We don't have to make another method for it, basically. Okay. Buddy. All right. So player data. No. Okay. Player data, and then we're gonna say void load player. So then we'll say so then we also need the actual like database, right? So we'll say abstract database here, because we don't want them to access this stuff, so it's not in the API. So then we'll say void set auto cell enabled UID, final boolean, auto self toggle. I don't need that. Okay, and then we'll say MPL, new, SQLite database, abstract database. Implement that. That's fine. And then obviously we want like a void close method to close the database. Implement that. All right, my dog wants some, so I'll be right back, guys. All right, hello. We are back. Cool. So first off, I want to say private void set UID string table, string column, object value. This will be our generic set method, so we have to write all the code every time for every set method. And then we need connection, public SQLite DB. We're actually gonna say that detective. I'm not sure if that means I can use it outside of the package, like in here, database manager or something. Abstract database, public database manager, new SQLite database. No, that has to be protected. Support or public, which is unfortunate. But we can make it final. Should actually be able to seal this. Limits. SQLite database. And this needs to. Oh my god, I hate this. What's the point of sealing an interface if they also have to be in the same package? You are just the worst feature to ever have been added. It's so pointless. Like, come on. Seriously, what is the point? It's in the same pack, it's just in one little package deeper. It's not in a different module. It's in the same module. It's like right there. Like, come on. Seriously, it's so dumb. So dumb. Defeats the whole purpose. If I really wanted to have them all protected like this, I would put this in here and have this be protected, have this be sealed, and then have this just do this, right? But I don't. That completely ruins all my organization, which is why I don't want to do that. Oh my gosh. So annoying. Why don't we go here? Let me say private static. No, because that's not going to work either. I would have to be able to set it from this class as well. Whatever. Like this. Private. We'll get connection. I need to return connection. If connection. Obviously, we're going to just run this into try catch. SQL exception. Cool. Return null down there. Okay, and then we'll say connection equals what was it? Driver manager get connection, and then JDBC, something like this, right? See if I have any other projects of which I should have the SQLite connection, right? I don't know. Let's Google SQLite JD connection string. Shameless plugs. Okay. Hello, welcome back, Joseph. JDBC SQLite path to file. Got it. Plus, and then we just do the file there. File. Equals new file. And then we'll say Astra get plugin, get data folder, data slash database db. We'll say SQLite.db, and the file's right there. If file exists, file.create. We'll just put that down here actually. Exists. Now get parent file folder. Get a folder exists. File and there's and file create new file. We're gonna say this here, and then we'll obviously have to catch. Right now, I'm just making a simple SQLite database, but I'd like to have H2 as well, Mongo, MySQL, or Maria. You know. And then I also have to figure out how to migrate data between databases because I've never done that before. So, shouldn't be too hard though. All you need to do is read from the old database, you do the serialized object we already have, and then deserialize it into the other database. Yeah. So, IO exception. There we go. And this is saying, oh, ignored result. Okay. This should be good. And then obviously we could just go to the say return connection. I'm not sure if there's anything else. Oh yeah, I need to do the tables. I'm from the US. Right. Let's say load tables. Say connection equals get connection if connection null return. Okay, and then down here, obviously this close method down here, we can say connection close. This is SQL exception try. So if connection is null, we just return. There we go. So then we have connection pair statement, and then our SQL table here. We'd say what type of screen are you working? How much inch? Well, my laptop, I believe, is 17.5 inches. I believe. Using the MSI Raider GE78HX13V. Doesn't say right on the laptop, but if I remember correctly, that's what it is. 17 inch or 17.5 inch, something like that. Exists, and we'll say auto cell, perhaps, or just players, right? And we will do this. Oh. Maybe we could just say toggles, like simple toggles. Just do that. And auto cell enabled or disabled. We need. Why don't we set it to like? Can I set it to a bit or something? Just go column data types or SQLite, I should say. Data types and SQLite. No integer real text block. Is Unix time numbers? Okay, well that's not what I wanted to say. I store a byte or a bit. There's numeric. Oh, wait, here we go. Simple type names from the create table statement or cast expression. Int, integer, tiny int, small int. Int, big int, unsigned int, int2, and int8. Double precision, float, numeric, big decimal, 10, 5, Boolean, date time. I don't prefer it. I mean, I've never used it before as well. But I've never found the need or the use to have it autocomplete when I'm trying to autocomplete what I'm typing. Because I can type fast anyways, it's just no point. Right, so what is all this stuff? Can it tell me that? There's an example, operators. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't tell me right down there. Alright. Can I store a bit in SQLite table? But a bit column is SQLite, right? It does not have separate. What? Means Boolean. Boolean is not true false. Okay, so maybe just use Boolean then. So it does not have. Okay, well that makes sense. I guess Boolean if it's just 0 or 1. So I guess Boolean would just be bit then. Boolean right down here. It's in numeric. So, right. Boolean default 0. Is that how that works? SQLite default column Boolean default. That was separate Boolean. Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Boolean data type. I just want to make sure I'm getting the syntax correctly. No separate Boolean data type. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that. You're not answering my question now. Great. Gonna have to close my door. Give me a sec. Alright. Create table example. Default 0. Default 0. I guess that'll have to work, right? Plus, and like that. Okay. Do that, and that'll look alright. Statement, execute, update. Okay, there we go. That should create the toggles table, and I guess we would need the UID as well. UID. Not null. I can say primary key. Can I do not null and primary key? This would be like var car 26. I believe. I don't quite care about storing the UID without the hyphens, so yeah. Alright, so set table column value. We'll say try if connection, get connection if no turn. We'll say prepared statement equals connection prepared statement. Update table set column equal question mark where UID equals question mark like that. And set string 1 UID 2 string hatch SQL exception. Statement execute update. Cool. And obviously we need to set the value, so this should actually be 2. Statement set. Is there a way to just set an object? That'd be easier. Set object 1 value. Okay, hopefully this will just do it for me. Let's value of this designated parameter using the given object. Specifies a standard mapping from Java object types to SQL types. Right? Write SQL to write the SQL data stream if 1, or if on the other hand the object is of a class implementing RAF, blob, club, and club struct. Row ID. Driver should pass the database value corresponding to SQL type. Not all databases will have non-typed null. Yeah. It should be not null object, right? Okay, I don't know. I think that should do it. And then statement close up here. Statement close and set autosell enabled. Okay, so we'll say set UID and then table is toggles, column is autosell, and then autosell toggle as the value. Hopefully that'll work. Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. I have to make sure that this works, right? Knowable. No, okay, wait. Okay. We got that. Got this. We need to go here. Right, and then in our config as well, we need to set up our database config stuff. Database settings, database type, SQLite by default, database types. SQLite, Mongo, H2. Well, I should say like flat file, and we'll say online Mongo. Recommended, and then obviously Mongo recommended over, say, MySQL, Maria, recommended over MySQL, that up, and then recommended in general. Say this right there, cool. So SQLite is just the default for us right now because it's the only one I've implemented so far. And then, yeah, I think that will look fine. Just say this, right? Maybe like that. Yeah. We'll add other options as we implement more databases. And we'll go down up here. We'll say config Astra get config, right? Okay. Final string database type options, get string database type, and then we'll default it to SQLite just for now. Okay, switch, and we'll say 2 lowercase, switch database type base. We'll say default is new SQLite database base h2. Keep that for later. We'll just keep it like this for now, and then we'll ignore this little warning. We know that there's only one thing in there. Yep, I know that. It'll default to SQLite just for now until we get H2 implemented. Yeah. How big is our current? 280. Stop that. Oh, I have to disable this. I have to remove this logging here. get the database manager here. Oh, come on. Just gonna go right here and down here. Database manager. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Right here. Obviously API. We can refactor this to get database, and then maybe the database manager should be put in here, and then we just have database manager or whatever. I don't know. We will come back to all this stuff in a second. All right. We have our database manager here, and then our database methods here. All right. Get player data, player data. Maybe the Astra data, maybe the database manager has a getter for this. The player data. Yeah, that makes sense. Astra database simple. Player data. So database implementation. So this should be maybe renamed instead to Astra player data. Then this renamed to Astra player data. Get Astra player data. Player data. Got it. Player data. Okay, so here we go. Player data, new that. Here we go. Look. Astra player data. Okay, and then in my main class, get player data, get player data. Yeah. No. Or no. Okay. This is our player data interface. Okay. Load the player. Maybe here we should just say player data. And then we'll create the player data in the database manager. Hmm. I don't know. 'Cause what I was thinking is this method get player data should return. I don't know. Maybe we only let them access online player data? Hmm. Or maybe... no. Astra. Hmm. This is what I want here. These two methods of methods. That'll return. That'll convert a player or a UID to the Astra player interface, or actually I can say implementation, since we're in our own plugin. This should simply review the implementation. What are you talking about? Oh, because data, not Astra player. There you go. Alright, cool. Do I even... Yeah, I do need to cast it. Or maybe this method here. Oh, well no, it's because this method... No, it does return that. So maybe the database manager just needs to... Huh? Okay, yeah, that's the database manager. And this, okay, it's this. Sorry, this needs to return. Astra player implementation. There we go. Well, this one overrides it, so I need to cast it anyways. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. Well, we know this is going to be castable anyways because now we're not just storing Astra player, we're storing Astra player implementation. So that should be a safe cast. Cool. And Astra player implementation obviously implements this, so this is also a safe cast. Or safe non-explicit cast, since it automatically doesn't. Yeah. Alright. Obviously load player. Why am I passing player data implementation in there? Gosh, okay. Okay. I'm getting into a mess here. My brother's friends just came over even though nobody else is home. Besides my little brother. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm gonna try to keep streaming, but yeah, my little brother's friend just came over, and of course, his father just he brought him home, obviously, and then he just dipped. Didn't even tell me that he was leaving. Although I did hear him say he's leaving, even though my door was shut, so he didn't even think to tell me that he was leaving, so I just left my little brother home alone. And then his friend came over, and now his friend is over inside, um, with no adult to watch him. So great, right? Love that. So fun. Why did I do this? I guess it's because of the override right here. Let's say, do I want to get the UID in there? I think so. Come on. Get unique ID. Sorry if you guys can hear the children in the background. I told them to keep it down. But my little brother does not like to listen to people, so. We'll put this underneath the overridden get auto cell. Maybe we should name this to get auto cell toggle. Here you go. Set auto cell toggle. There was no usages, so I don't know. I don't even know why I suggested that, but you know what? I completely forgot to. There you go. I didn't do anything much. All I did was rename this to set autocell toggle. Rename this override method to get autocell toggle, and added a method get unique ID to the interface here. That's all I did. All right. Notice there are at least a few people watching, so thank you for tuning in. Of course, I should mention my Ko-Fi if you have been enjoying the coding streams. Even $1 tip goes a long way and gives you a permanent role in my Discord. Permanent donor role, I should say. And an exclusive text channel comes with that. But obviously, don't have to do that. It's not a requirement or anything. Just appreciated. Auto cell toggle. There we go. Keep everything consistent. And auto cell is the only thing we're storing right now, so yeah. Just banging something out in the living room. That's, oh my gosh. Anyways, database manager. Got the player data there. So this will store all of our player data. We should make these. Make those private. No. Yeah. Obviously get player data to access this map here. Get player data, yep. Load player with the player data here. That means the database manager will load the player in here, and then we'll call this one we'll call this method from a method in here. Void load player. Okay. And then obviously player data. Load player. We need to get the player data from the database, so player data Astra player implementation. Those new Astra player. We did put that in. Obviously we can't do that because it's private. Because I made the of methods, but problem with the of methods is I can't, you know. But what I can do actually is I can just make this like that, and now I should be able to. No player this player unique ID. Here we go. Here we go. Load player Astra player. Should player data? No. Player data implementation is this. Don't want to pass this class into there. That would make sense. So player data put. Okay. Just rename this to player data put Astra player unique ID to Astra player. Okay. And we'll say void unload player, UID, player data, remove UID. We'll say void unload. We'll just keep it UID for there because we're not gonna have the player object when we unload it. Unload player UID turn not return, just simply player data unload player UID. There we go. Okay. You put this here. Maybe this should be like the Astra or the data cache. And then I can rename this to data cache. Or player data cache, player data manager. Player data cache. Okay. Player data cache implementation. Get player data cache. We'll say get Astra player. I could call this cache. Database, right. So obviously, yes, so we need to say we now say down here set auto sell toggle. Let me just do this, right? Set toggle to database get auto sell toggle player unique ID UID unique ID, and that means we need to make an abstract method in here to get it. William get auto sell toggle, and we could say this set auto sell toggle final not null UID UID. Then we need to public boolean get auto sell toggle. Okay, now I need to say make a get method here. Look object get, that means a default value. return default. And obviously we say contract. There we go. Make this nullable. Okay, cool. And obviously private nullable object get. This will be all of these parameters. And return get UID table column null. Return default down there. How do we search from SQL again? Get from table. Oh yeah, select star from table. Select from table. I believe it's just that actually. Actually say where UID equals question mark. That set that to 1. And go up here and we could say put that there. Let's say result set equals execute query statement was actually we should say object result default, and then we say set close return result. Or maybe we could just invert this and say result set get object column index. Oh, we need column label column. What's this? Oh yeah, made it final. Result set close return result. Maybe we should just go up here, say that return result, move this. There you go. We can do that as well. That should be it. The reason I'm doing this, by the way, is because I'm not sure if I could do a question mark here and then set it there. I don't know. Anyways, always null, yeah, whatever. So then we can say boolean, or actually we could say boolean like that, and up here boolean, say not null actually, down, okay. Get UID toggles auto sell. I mean, actually just say true as a default. Actually, object result equals if result result instance of boolean, return false by default, otherwise return bool. I'm sure we could just put that up here, right? There we go. I may actually just say down here, I believe. So if the get value is instance of boolean bool, then return that, otherwise return false. And this should also check if this returns something null as well. And actually we could say, we can simplify this further by saying return instance of bool, question mark bool, otherwise false. There we go. So return, if this string here, or this object that it returns, is an instance of boolean, the bool, then return bool, otherwise return false. That's what it's saying. Either way, return something not null, which we can actually just change back to boolean if we wanted to, but we'll just do it like that. In which case we can go up here and we can say, well actually we don't, it doesn't matter because this is not in the API. Alright, get auto toggle. So maybe we can say, yep, database get auto toggle, there we go. That sets it automatically and loads that data. Cool. When we unload, we have to save it to the database as well, so we can make a save method here. Void save player. Like that. SQLite, here we go. Okay. So right now, we should just say try result. Or you could say save set auto self toggle UID like that. So we can just say this. But the problem with this is it's going to run multiple statements for everything that we save. But right now we only have this, so right now it's fine. So maybe we could do like a to-do here. To do when we add more player data, make this more, we should say, I don't want to say streamline, right? Simplify saving. That's not a method call for every data, everything. Okay. Want to make a method, I don't know. I want to make a backup method, right, for databases so we can back up the databases, but don't know how often we would want to do that. So I think I'm just going to save that for later. Okay. Obviously, down in our, and here we say database listener event handler public void on join. Don't need that. Player join event. Player. So we say private final database manager. Astra prison. There we go. Okay. Oh my god. There's something at my door. So we should make a method to check if the player is currently loaded. When is player data loaded? Player. Oh my god. Why are they yelling so much? My god. Let me check. Let me check if Ryan's home. Okay, I'm back. I'm basically watching them right now. So I have to check periodically. They're usually good, so it's fine, but by good I mean they're usually not doing anything they're not supposed to be doing. Obviously they were just screaming just now, so I don't know. I will say it's definitely annoying having to watch them when his father didn't even tell me that he was leaving. When he's loaded. Means key, new ID. There we go. That's good. This is good. If database manager is player loaded, player return. Right, is if they are already, if their data is already loaded, we don't want to do anything. Otherwise, database manager load player. Okay. Event handler, public void on quit, player quit event. And right here, we're going to start a timer. The timer is going to say if they, let's say quit timer and say 5 minutes. How long, after the player quits, should their data be unloaded? So yeah, that's the quit timer will do. It'll unload, it'll wait like however many, minutes. How long minutes after player quits? So after 5 minutes, and if the player hasn't relogged, then their data will be unloaded. This is simply to prevent having to unload their data and then load their data back up immediately if they just simply relog, because that'll take a lot of time. So we simply wait like, oh, 5 minutes, 1 minute, whatever, and then they come back and then we can load their data if they were gone for that long. So we're gonna make a thing in our up here, right? Database quit timer. I don't know. Private static database quit timer. Public static. No, okay. I somehow messed up the casing with I, but it's fine. Yeah. Turn private final map UID task bucket task with timers, and then we'll say private boolean interval, say public void on reload interval equals Astra get config options, get boolean database quit timer, and we'll say 5L by default, not get boolean, get long, and this, I don't know why I made that a boolean, get long, it's not null, say on reload, say quit timers, new hash map, okay, so that means start player ready, okay, we'll say database manager private database manager there we go. Now bucket task bucket get scheduler run task later Astra get plugin, then obviously this, and then interval. So the task is simply going to say quit timers, remove UID from there, and then database manager unload player UID. There we go. So that'll unload their data and remove them from the quit timers map here. Tasks, quit timers, put UID task. So there we go. And then obviously we need a public void cancel player, okay. So final bucket task equals put timers getter default UID null if task not equal null and task is not cancelled, then task cancel, and then quit timers remove UID down there. Goodness gracious. Okay, database listener. I guess what we should do instead is say, like, in here we could just say quit timer. Have it final quit timer, quit timer, get instance, right? In here, public boolean as quit timer, player return quit timers contains key unique ID. Right to the listener, we'd say quit timer as quit timer, quit timer, cancel player, there we go, and then return to not unload their data and not load their data. But then here we could say quit timer start event get player. There we go. And we're done. You see to register our quit listener or our database listener. So in here we go up to the top, we say these are commands we need here. I should say new database listener. Under our database manager, we can say quit timer get instance to load that. In our on reload, we can say quit timer on reload to reload the inner rule. On disable, we need to say, oh my goodness, database manager save all, so we could save all online players, and the players in the quit timer. Quit timer, nope, not that one. We need here. Void save all. Quit timer, get instance, save all, which you can make a void non-public method. Void save all. We'd say quit timers for each UID task cancel, and then we can say, well, actually I think we're gonna need to actually just say quit not null map UID bucket task get quit timers turn quit timers, not a new one, just that. I mean, I need to make this okay, it is final. So down here we actually say get quit timers, so for each UID task cancel, and then say, actually we don't even need to, we don't need to do this. All I need to do is say stop their timers or just clear them, right? Stop all. So I don't know if I could just clear them and it'll cancel them. Like it'll delete them, maybe cancel them, but I don't know. UID task cancel, and then quit timers clear. There we go. I don't need a not null there. What am I thinking? So here we could say quit timer and stop all, and then because all we need to do now is loop through our player data cache and save all of that. Save all, and make that a void method as well. Save all. Well, actually, this time we actually do need to return the map. Get cache. And cache. Okay. Again, this is a void method, so for each UID Astra player. Right, Astra player. Yeah. We can say database save player Astra player. Right? Yeah, database save player Astra player. Okay, cool. And then we are actually done with that. Because if they are in the quit timer and we stop it, they are still in the cache. Even though they're not online. Because we haven't removed them yet. Alright, cool. Okay. How long have I been streaming for? Technically since 11:57 a.m. and it's now 3:59. But the YouTube stream is a little shorter because it's actually a second stream. I just streamed Alien Isolation a little earlier. So YouTube stream is shorter than I've actually been streaming. But only because of that. I don't know. Auto cell manager. We have. Okay, we have to actually change this up now to toggle the auto cell because we don't want to store them in this set. We want to just get them from the cache. So enable auto cell. We can say player data cache. Suppose with the cache we can get instance. Right? One usage inside of here. I actually don't want to get instance. Maybe we should just say like that instead. So nobody can create a new one of it. And then we'll just go to the database manager and get it from there. That's fine. Well, this has get instance on it, but that's fine. We can go here, we can say private final player data cache private final database manager get player data cache and database manager equals get database manager. There we go. Not database manager, cache. There we go. Setting no. Yeah, I get it. So we'll say cache get Astra player UID dot set to true. And we need to Astra player implementation. On access. What are you talking about? It's public. Why can you not access it? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Not access the player data cache. It's a public class. Why can you not access it? What is that? What? Huh? Is this thing dumb? I have it right here. Why can you? What do you mean you cannot access it? What? What are you talking about? It doesn't even offer a solution or anything. It just can't access it. What are you talking about? It's a public method. So I'm confused. Definitely confused. Does depend on the module that it's in. I mean, obviously, if I have these imported. What do you mean you cannot access it? Okay, I'm literally so lost right now. It's a public method. In a public class. How can you not access it? What are you on about? It's not telling me why it can't access it. It just says it cannot access. Oh, it can't access the API player cache data. Well, duh. Why would you need to access that? That's the interface. We're not using the interface. That doesn't make any sense. Why does it need to access that if it's not in that package? It's stupid. That's really stupid, actually. I'm using the implementation version of it as well, not the interface. I was waiting on it to reload. There we go. Wait. Just cast it, man. Just cast it. Okay. Jeez. Alright. Alright. Astra player. Set autosell toggle true. Oh yeah, it's nullable. If null database manager set. Okay. We're gonna need more freaking more get methods in our database manager. Void set autosell toggle. You know what we could do though instead? Let me say offline player here, and then say void set autosell toggle UID. We'll do that, and then we'll say set autosell toggle player get unique ID toggle, and then we'll say boolean toggle. Okay, and then this will be boolean toggle. Okay, and we'll say player data UID. If players null, then database set autofill toggle UID toggle and return. Otherwise, players set autofill toggle. There, and now I don't need to get cache in here. Right? Don't need to do it there. All I need to say is database manager set autofill toggle UID true. That means I can remove the API as a dependency as well because I don't need to access the cache directly. Just access this. Set it to false. Okay. Get auto cell toggle. What are you talking about? Okay. Obviously in here I had to get it now. There you go. Get methods are going to be down here. Kind of defeats the purpose of having a getter for this, but whatever. Return UID. There we go. What are you about? What are you complaining about? That's why. You don't need to exist. And you don't need to exist. And you don't need to exist. There we go. Okay. And this method already uses these other methods, so that way, if the player's offline, you can still toggle it in the database. Unless it doesn't find the player in there. In which case I don't think it'll do anything. Hopefully. And like his father's finally home. Okay, so we have autofill stuff, we have the auto cell manager to get that stuff from there to make it easier. In our auto cell or cell price manager, we need to say in our unload instance. There's a problem with this. Click on it. Static. There we go. Get set materials. Okay. So this is putting prices and stuff there, right? Oh, this is the cell price manager. That's why this isn't the right class. My bad. Need to go to the cell module. Here we go. Here we go. Good. Okay, so we should also get a way to get the cell prices from the API, right? The problem with that is we need to I don't know. Honestly, why don't we just... I don't know. I think I want to end it here. We did some stuff. I'm tired. That's the main reason. And it's important to take breaks when you're working on something, especially something big. Because that way you can come back to it later, and you're not just coding nonsense. I At least I believe that breaks are an important part, as well as recoding. Recoding is also an important part of coding something. Because you might not code it the way you want initially. So, you know, when you go and recode, whatever. But yeah, breaks are an important part. That way you're not just, as I said, coding nonsense the entire time. I can easily fall into that trap of when I code something, I just stop thinking and like keep coding. Oh, nice. Thanks for joining, I guess. Thanks for tuning in. I guess as I end it, I'll remind everyone I have a Ko-Fi for tips. You know, even $1 helps out a lot. You get a permanent donor role for that, even in my Discord. And then there's a Patreon, which is monthly memberships, basically. There's not much perks at the moment. It's just purely optional right now because yeah, I don't have much to offer right now. All I do is live stream, right? But it does help me fund new games, right? To stream. Because all the games I have right now, I've either played or just don't have a lot of good ones to stream. Anyways, and it'll just support me in general, I guess. But anyways, thank you for everyone who tuned in. And yeah, we'll see you next.